everybody. Brandon Schindler here, owner-operator of North Florida Pool Solutions. I want to take a few minutes to show you guys a short video and hopefully clear some questions and give you a bit of a bird's eye view of exactly what we're doing when we dive your pool checking for leaks. Most people have a pretty good idea and are able to observe what's going on when we're shooting dye around the returns, or even grout lines around skimmer boxes, or even fountains or spas with spillovers, stuff like that. But rarely do you get to see what's going on underwater, and are often curious and left with unanswered questions. So hopefully this will help. What we have here is a typical residential pool. We've already located two separate leaks in the grout lines of the skimmer box, which is fairly common. But with this particular pool, we want to look further just to be sure, not only for demonstration purposes, but also to be sure we haven't missed anything. Specifically with this pool, because the customer states that she is losing 2 to 2.5 inches of water a week. Considering normal evaporation can be a quarter inch every couple days, we find 2 to 2.5 inches a week to be excessive and calls for a more thorough investigation. The first thing we want to do upon removing the drain cover is to check the lip of the drain where the marcite meets the plastic. Anywhere where plastic meets marcite, there's potential for a leak. If your pool drain is equipped with a hydrostatic valve, the next thing we want to do is to shoot dye around the spring-loaded lid of the valve. Over time, it isn't uncommon for this area to be the culprit of a substantial leak, either due to the ring deteriorating inside, or sometimes oxidation of the spring-loaded lid itself can cause a leak, or sometimes simply because of debris being built up underneath the lid itself. After that, another place I like to look is to check the base of the valve where the threads screw into the drain itself, into the plumbing of the drain itself. A quick shot of dye in this area can let you know if you have an issue here as well, either due to a loose valve or even if the valve is cross-threaded somehow. Before we finish, we want to make our way to the back to the top of the drain at the lip again. We want to be sure to check any areas where leaks have been detected previously, and also any areas where prior repairs have been made. Over time, these areas may be the culprit for recurring leaks. You'll also notice throughout this process I attempt to adjust and open the lid of the valve a time or two at least. You'll notice a thumping noise when I do this in particular. This indicates a properly working valve, free of debris, and also a properly seated lid. In this particular case, everything seems to be in good working order, and the likely cause of this leak is the grout lines in the skimmer box, as we stated earlier. Anyway, hopefully this short video will help give you an insight and an idea of what the drain looks like, and more importantly, what exactly should be taking place underwater and what your technician should be looking for should you find yourself needing this service. Anyway, that's all for now, and feel free to contact us with any questions or concerns, and thanks for your time.